Good morning, everybody. Jayy here with another War of the Visions video, and it is Monday morning. I always say bright and early Monday morning, but like it's the middle of the night to be real. We've got patch notes coming in, so we're going to cover those. We're going to look at the Guild Wars plays of the week, and we're going to do our updated tier list. We added mages to the tier list this week, so we're going to add those to tanks and supports. If you hear some snoring going on the whole time, well, in the background here, baby Jayy is hanging out. So he's a loud breather. It is what it is. We'll deal with it if we need to. Let's get to the video. Okay, let's hop straight into the news. And right off the top, right? Boom, Mort and Corwell coming out this week. Now, these are not limited time units. They are regular units. They're just being added to the global pool. And to me, it feels like they are really putting out like a lot of content fast for us right now. I don't know what this means they are setting up for, but we are getting a lot of units released early. Maybe Final Fantasy VII early, something like that. So if you're saving for 7, continue to stay strong. If you were waiting for more, the wait is over. She's coming out this week along with Corwell. Now, Corwell, if you don't know, you're going to be able to get him for free. He's like a quest acquirable unit. We'll talk more about that here in a second. First of all, Mort, our first main job Kodadama wielder. She's sub-job Red Mage and Cleric. They highlight a couple parts over here that are such a big idea. Her limit break lowers water resist, deals large damage. Really cool, really good in like a mono water group too. Anti-magic wall. She has the magic barrier in her kit. She hits really hard. It's hard for mages to kill her. That's exactly what you want to do. And it's kind of something that water was missing a little bit, some anti-mage stuff. So there's really fun full-on water teams you can build with her. I will for sure be going for more. Now, what they don't say, what you're not going to see in this news, is anything about what the banners and deals are going to be next week, right? We have to wait for Wednesday for that. So if you're thinking, will she be in the coin shops? Will we get more tokens? Something like that. I don't know. They're not going to say anything about that here. That's always a day of thing. In my mind, I would lean, guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm leaning towards probably not more being in some coin shops, but we'll see, cross your fingers, whatever, hope. Now here's Corwell. He's a main job sniper, gunner, nightblade sub jobs. They show his dispel spread move here. He's a free unit. Now you're not gonna be able to build him all the way up for free. You will have to get some of his shards, but he's acquirable in a quest. This is not a selection quest. It's not like how we got our last guy, the guy who simps for Mashari, whatever the heck his name is. I forgot. That's sad. Chat will tell me in a second. But it's not that same thing. He has a quest line. You do those quests, you get this guy, and you get a bunch of his shards too. So speaking of that stuff, we got story event release login bonus. Guessing that means we're getting some more of the story. And here it is. We're going to get more as our daily login bonus, along with, the standard fare. Energy pots, king burst pots, turtles, all that good stuff. Let's keep it rolling. JP and item double up campaign. This is one of my favorite story quest campaigns. JP double is huge, and item drop rate is really nice. If you're still working on farming those like light things for the sword, right? Like you needed a lot of those to build the light sword. They drop in the story, double drops, maybe go get them now. Camilo is the Mashari boyfriend name. Well, he wishes he was Mashari's boyfriend. Anyway, we're also getting Coral Sword rerun and Platinum Mace rerun. Okay, if you need those, they are going to be farmable this week. Secret book quests for this week are Sword, Greatsword, Axe, and then Mace, Bow, Armor. Next, now, we're getting an event this week, Silence of the Songbirds. This is the event that will give us our guy, Corwell, right? And it's going to give us the Dwayne sword. So let's look at this thing. There's going to be the regular one, right? Give you materials to build more, not shards for more, but like her job spheres, stuff like that. It's the basic event where it's the coin shop event. You collect these little tokens right here. You cash them in the shop for all the goodies, right? There'll probably be some blossoms in there, at least one, some rainbow materials, that sort of thing. So farm this. Then the EX version will unlock, and that will drop Dwayne's sword, the Spine Blade. I think they changed the name a little bit. It's called like the Spinal Blade in JP or something. This is a good sword. You're going to want to go for this. I'll cover it in a little bit more detail in its own video. So all the stuff you need to farm that will be there. You're going to want to farm that this week, right? Especially if you EX Dwayne. Boom, here's a nice sword for him to use. Another way of him penetrating defense. And then it talks about some of the stuff you're going to be able to acquire, right? Like we thought, rainbow materials, blossoms of paradise, Kodadama wielders, red memories. Cool, that's good stuff. Then, this was a bit surprising. The guild battle map is changing to Mines 2 with slash attack up. That means we're only going to have the map we have now for 1 week. Hey, if this is the new precedent, I'm cool with that. If we're going to rotate the guild battle map every week, that will really help that from going stale. I doubt it, but maybe. Either way, rotate the maps. I like that. Slash attack up is interesting because there's a lot of slashing type units in the game. Then the friendly match map update, that just means that this new map is getting added to the friendly maps, which is good for me because I run tournaments and that's another option in there. That's it. That's the news. By far the biggest part of the news is more, in my opinion. So if you're excited for more, here she comes. I am anticipating some really good banners and stuff on Wednesday, but we'll have to wait for Wednesday to see what those are. Until then, if you're saving for Final Fantasy VII, stay strong. We got highlights of the week to get to next. Let's get to those right now. Okay, for our first highlight of the week, we're going to show off a Fryevia team. We've got a 120 Fryevia. Livonia is bringing it in here, and she's taking it against a Yuna. You see the Yuna squad there. I'm guessing there's some more magic. I'm not guessing. I've seen the video already, but there's some more magic in there. This is going to be a tank Fryevia show-off video, and it's cool because it's not the like classic tank Fryevia, right? This is Spellblade sub tank Fryevia, which means it doesn't have those white mage heals and stuff, and he's just not concerned with that, right? He says, I'm gonna let my Gilgamesh go one-shot some people, I'm gonna have my Fryevia watch us pop bells, and just have all the AP she needs. So good. At first when I saw this, yes, I'm not gonna lie, I thought bells on Fryevia was a bad idea because I really wanted to see that attract barrier on turn 1. But with Gilgamesh destroying that Black Rose Helena, it really opens up Fryevia to be able to do what this one does, and that's taunting blades. Now, not only is she going to be gathering hate with those taunting blades, watch this. Taunting blade, 5,600 damage on Medina. And you're going to be like, look, that's Medina. Okay, everybody and their mom kills Medina. But then she gets a quicken from Gilgamesh and she says, oh, allow me to do Taunting Blade number 2. 6,000 damage crit to Yuna. That's huge. 6,000 damage crits are things that, like, you know, will kill a Yuna, and killing a Yuna is one of my favorite things in this game. Now, this Yuna is going to, like, prolong this fight by trolling with a bunch of, like, Kiragas and stuff. We don't need to see that. They eventually burn her down. So we will skip ahead to the second fight on this video. Now, this time you see Livonia is going up against a slot 1 Black Rose Helena. So now she's already used bells, which means she has a lot of AP stored up from the last fight. That's good. And because she's already used bells, this Fryevia will function like what Fryevia functions in my mind, or at least in my mind before I saw this video. She's going to turn 1, cast her hate barrier. You're about to see that right here. And this is big. Now, before the fight even starts, she doesn't even have to use taunting spells. She has her hate up. Then she's going to catch a quicken from Gilgamesh. Now, she doesn't have she's not going to use taunting spell in this fight. She's going to use her new level 120 ability. One thing that a lot of people are sleeping on this ability, Spell Veil Blade, that's 20 defense and spirit. That stacks. Every time she casts that, she gets a 3-turn 20 defense and spirit buff. So it goes from 20 to 40 to eventually up to 60, but you'd only have 1 turn of 60, you know, because like then it's gonna, the first one's gonna run out, etc. Whatever. You see her sitting here taking these big time magic attacks from the enemy and just shrugging them off. 120 Fryevia is no joke as a magic tank, and in fact, her physical tanking with this with a Fryevia that will buff her hate and then use Spell Veil Blade is pretty good. She just used it the second time. She now has a 40 defense and spirit buff. Warrior of Light's attack, she shrugged that off. That was a physical attack. Just an auto attack, but she still shrugged it off. So GG Livonia, go ahead and clean up this Warrior of Light with Fryevia. Use Blizzaga Blade or something. Yeah, Blizzard Blade. Take him down. 2,300 damage. Great stuff. And that is kind of the potential of a 120 Fryevia. Okay, let's go on to the next fight. All right, now for fight 2, we're going to see a fight 2 from Guild Wars. This is Jin from Ivalicia running his Kitone. Now, Jin is a big Kitone fan. Been running this chick forever. Now, he's running Kitone, Prince Mont, and Valentine's Day Solier. This is a Kitone highlight reel. I'm just going to tell you that straight away. We have 120 Kitone in the game now. I really wanted to see like some highlight reel stuff of hers, and we get to see it here. She's running up against the Final Fantasy X team, and watch how this plays out early. First of all, Yuna drops that 100% hit attack, and instantly Kitone is almost dead. But Paralyzing Edge, something people forget Kitone has, is a lot of status effects. She's more than just a Drain Force goddess. She can come out here and put like stops on people. She can put Paralyze. Prince Mont is over here getting beat on, so he's struggling, but look at that Paralyze. Yuna does nothing. Then Drain Force. Kitone starting to heal herself up. Tidus can't hit her, so he just buffs. Auron walks up. Shooting Star takes down Tidus. Yuna paralyzed again. Kitone's turn. Debilitator, her new skill. Really cheap, low AP cost skill to use. Cool. Yuna still stuck in the back line. Here's the key. Auron tries to use, that's not words. Auron tried to use Dragon Blade on her. That means Kitone has some level of Auron being able to hit her. Otherwise, he would go for his 100% hit attack. So he doesn't have a 0% chance to hit with his harder hitting abilities, which means he goes for max damage instead of sure hits. And over again, he's going to miss. You can probably see how this is going to play out right now, but I'm going to let you sit here and watch it in all the glory. Yuna's dead. There goes Holy, so Holy's off the table. Auron can't hit her. Tidus can't hit her. How are they even going to generate AP if they can't land an attack? Yeah, it's the Kitone show. There's 1,000 damage, whatever. She runs to the side. Drain Force, 2,800. She's full HP. And now, these boys are going to sit here swinging at her and doing literally nothing. There's Regen. Might as well just get Regen up. Kitone's going to take down Auron. Tidus sitting here with the sword. He's like, yo, bro. It's just like in the game, in Final Fantasy X, where I'm bouncing around. Watch this, I'm going to hit somebody. No, you're not. Drain Force, 2,800. Tidus' turn, what's he got? Miss, nothing. Kitone, what you got? Dream within a dream. She even is big brain enough to break his shield, his 3-hit shield, with her 3-hit attacks. Yeah, his 120 Kitone is no joke. This evasion squad is destroying people. I'm dragging it out because this fight's taken a little bit of time. But there goes Tidus. Kitone's the winner. Thank you, Jin, for that highlight reel show. And that's our plays of the week for this week. If you want to make plays of the week this week, head on over to the Discord. My Discord is down in the description. There's a plays of the week area. Submit some videos, YouTube, streamable, whatever, of your Guild Wars. And I'll at least feature you on the Sunday stream, maybe in this video. Okay, let's move on to the tier list. Okay, now it's time to update our tier list. We're up to 3 now, like I said, with tank supports and magic DPS. So tanks, this obviously is going to be a big update this week with Dwayne and Fryevia getting their EX jobs. And I have some other moves I want to do. First, I want to take Winter Venera and drop her down here into B tier. I tried to use her some more this week. She just couldn't really get the job done as well as like my A tier units did. I want to drop Tidus just below Agrius. That's not a big jump, but it's just something that I'm kind of feeling right now. Then I want to do some stuff. Dwayne, guys, Dwayne got better. He's moving up to A. I thought maybe Dwayne would move up to S with his EX. They didn't make him a better tank by a lot. He is better. He's better enough to be A, but he's going to have a big presence on the physical DPS list as well. As a tank, he really just has that initial hate still. He doesn't have another way of generating it, but he is really good on like a mono dart team. That's what I've been running a lot this week, so I'm moving him up to A. Fryevia, as a tank, is actually better than Dwayne in my opinion. I'm going to put her for now right next to Rain, but not above him yet. I think maybe she's better than him. Maybe. But I've only seen some of Fryevia. I'm 100% sure that Rain's a beast of a magic tank. Fryevia sure seems to be one. So I'll need to see some more, but I am going to move both of them up into A, and I think they're in the top 5 for like tanks in global right now. Again, with the asterisk on Dwayne, like, the dude can't really generate hate and fight 2 in Guild Wars, which sucks. But that's the tank tier list. Okay, next, the support tier list. We're going to roll straight on. For some reason, it always moves my D tier characters off the list on this one. I don't know why. But 2 new characters to add to the support tier list this week. You guys, support Fryevia is the real deal. Now, this is going to make some people shocked or mad or angry or something. I don't know. Maybe here? Fryevia is a really interesting unit. First of all, most of our tanks are a tank and something else, right? For example, King Mont is a tank and a disabler who also does some damage. Dwayne is like a tank with hella damage. Fryevia is a tank and a support. I was going to put her as a B tier support. She has full life. First of all, full life, instant B tier on my tank as a support. That's awesome. She also has Curata that hits pretty hard. I like that. She has Protect and Shell, but you got to turn those off a lot of times. What sold me on making her an A tier support was because her AI leans towards supporting. You can put something like Mashari's TMR on her, and in the middle of a fight, like, she'll have hate from her initial buff, and then her and somebody else have taken damage, and she'll walk over to them and drop Knight's Blessing, right? It's a heal, and it's a 3-hit physical and magic shield. So she'll use those like healing based TMRs like Mashari's. That's the best one for this example. That's insane. That's so useful. So she's an A tier support unit in my opinion too. Titus, I'm going to put Titus as the new king of B tier for supports. Now, I think he's really good as a support, but his AI gets just confused at times. And with Titus, a lot of times you want him to support like turn 1 and then go fight, not like support and then cheer and then haste again. And because he didn't haste that other person, like, he gets really confused as a support sometimes. That hurts him in my opinion. So I'm going to put him right there. Those are the 2 new additions to this week. I also think I think I value full life more than before. So I'm going to bump Halloween Little Leela in front of Ildira. Other than that, I'm fairly comfortable with this list. Like, keep with the comments. If you think something's wrong here, let me know. These were my like surefire moves for the support list. Next up, mages. This was the newest tier list this week, and it's the one I thought might have the most shakeup. So I wrote down some of what people were saying, and basically the biggest thought that came out from people, and the thing I agreed with a lot, was like, I think Yuna. Okay, first of all, I think Luel scoots up. Luel, especially now that Earth is back in play, is a big deal. I think she's better than Garvel now. God, that's hard to say. Maybe. She's at least as good, so I'm going to move her up there. Then Yuna, I think, also moves up this way. The thing with Yuna is you have to really be careful with her AI. Yuna will prioritize being a support over a DPS. If you want her to DPS, she has 100% hit single attacks, she has the Space Chicken, she has AoE, she can be it, like Kodadama wielder DPS, but you gotta turn off her heals and stuff. So, this is tough for me. This little thing right here is tough for me. Maybe I leave it like this. Maybe I do this. I'll do this. You guys tell me if I'm... Honestly, what the hell does it matter? They're all A-tier damage dealers in my opinion. Other moves on here that I wrote down. Zombie Ryryu, I think I undervalued him. I think he's an A-tier damage dealer. The fact that he has 2 versions with his TMR of being able to survive fatal damage, plus Paladin subjob for things like Sentinel. His heal from Paladin subjob heals him pretty good too. A-tier damage dealer. Drain Force, or Drain Evocation into Hazard Slash is just really hard hitting. This dude can carry your groups. Again, Earth rising in priority more. So that's my update to the Mage tier list. I think Silma drops a bit. I think I undervalued Medina's ability to carry, so I'll bump her up. And I'm feeling pretty good, like... Honestly, Halloween Little Leah is really freaking good. I just hate her. That's why I didn't move her up more before. That's based, like, a lot of those moves right there are based on your guys' feedback. So keep that coming. I love it. That's really fun conversation to have in the comments. And yeah, that's the video, everybody. So I hope it was useful / enjoyable. And have a great day. Peace.